Hi everyone, welcome back to Ronnie Explains, and if you are new here, welcome to this channel. Uh, Today's video is one of a kind. I'm going to teach you how to control a servo motor using an Aduino. So we will do the connection, then we write the program so that we see how this one is running. Now, servo motor is simply an electromechanical device. It means it is able to convert electrical energy to mechanical energy. This one is normally used in most cases with the robot arms in factories. If you go to factories where items are being manufactured, you'll be able to see that the robot arms are able to make some movements. Maybe they move from one point to another, picking objects and taking them to precise positions and dropping them, or also picking others. So that is one application of these servo motors. You can use them in building robot arms because having some they are having some preset positions where they can rotate. This one can make a maximum rotation of 180 degrees. It means if this shaft arm is supposed to be rotating to its maximum position, then it's supposed to move from here, then it comes to where this other one is. So that is the maximum that it can go. So what we're going to do, we are just going to do the connection very fast. It is having 3 pins. So we have ground pin, which is normally connected to the ground of the Arduino. So I'll just connect it to the ground first, like that. Then we have the power, which is connected to the power supply of the Arduino. That's so we connect it to the 5 volts power supply. Servo motor can work at different voltages depending on the size of the load that it is supporting. The higher the load, the higher the voltage that it requires to support it. So this one will not be supporting any load. We'll just assign it the a functional voltage of the Arduino, which is 5 voltage. Then we connect it to one of our pulse width modulation pins. So I'll connect it to pin 6. The pulse width modulation pins are the pins that are having the wavy sign next to them. If you look at pin 6, there is a wavy sign down here. So that refers to pulse width modulation. It means that this pin is able to output signals in pulses that will be coming to this servo motor. So that is our connection. It is done. We come to our code. So I have a pre-written code here that I did, but just to explain to you very fast what this code means, we included the servo library, which is #include servo.h. Then we came and declared one of the children of the servo, which is servo1. So we have servo1. Then we used void setup to set up our program. So servo1 is attached to pin 6, and that is the pulse width modulation pin, PWM. Then we have the void loop where our program is being executed. This servo motor is supposed to move to an angle of 30 degrees. Then it delays for 1 second, that is 1000 milliseconds. Then again from there it moves to 60 degrees, then it delays for again 1 second, 1000 milliseconds. Then again it moves to 90 degrees, delays for 1000 milliseconds. It goes to 120 degrees, delays for 1000 milliseconds. Goes to 150 degrees, delays for 1000 milliseconds, like that until we finish. So that is how this one is supposed to work. So by the time it reaches 180, because that's the maximum, I've set it so that it can come back to 0 degrees, and also delays for 1000 milliseconds before starting again 30 degrees. So that is how that one is going to work. And just to run that so that we see how it works, I'll come here and I start simulation. So you are able to see that this shaft of the servo motor is moving at those degrees, then it comes back to 0, and then it continues making the movements, then it comes back. So if you've ever been to a factory, you'll realize that we have those robot arms that move in those specific positions. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your friends.